key components of financial literacy is knowing what the situation is when you go and buy something. Now, we might say, oh well, there's elements of consumer law here. There's components of contract law. When is the contract put in place? And of course, there's various legal definitions about an offer, an acceptance, consideration being paid, and so on. Well, most of us don't need to know those things, but we do need to know what the situation is when we end up buying something that we don't want, or we feel that we've been pressured into buying something, a deal that we thought was something else. What's the situation here? Well, it's always difficult. And the first thing is to know, where can we get good advice? There's various pieces of consumer protection legislation in place which relate to fair trading and Consumer Guarantee Act. There's legislation about credit. There's legislation about the type of interest rates that can be included in a sale deal. But if we're not sure, then we need to get good information. We don't want to be pressured. We don't want to regret. We just need to be firm that we're going to go and get good advice. There's two or three, I should say, obvious sources. The first is we could go to a solicitor. Now that's likely to cost us a bit of money, except perhaps if it's a very short question, you'll get a short response. If it's a solicitor that has been dealing with over a period of time, such as they've done your house, for example, helped you with the purchase of a house, then you might get some free advice. The two other obvious alternatives are the Citizens Advice Bureau, which most cities and towns have a branch of, or go onto Yahoo or Google, put in Citizens Advice Bureau, and up will pop some pages. Another alternative is to go to your local community law centre. Again, you can pick that up from the website. If you go in and put in Community Law Centre on your Google or Yahoo search engine, or even Yellow Pages, and for those of us that actually like to use the phone book, you can even look it up there. So don't get caught out, seek good advice. Remember, the first principle in financial literacy is there are no free lunches. So information is the most important thing we can have in anything to do with finance.